Hi, my name's Howard Burden. I'm costume designer on Series 3 Robin Hood, and if you want to come and have a look on the truck, I'll show you how it all works. This is Robin. This is his new tunic, and what I try to do is give him as much flexibility as possible so that he can, take the bow and fight with his sword and run.
It's between me and Gisborne now. Gisborne dies today.
It's quite light, but it is made of leather, so it's durable. But what I wanted to do was get the detail in that I think was missing, this slight little bit of armour with the studs here. And I've had the leather worked on to get the sort of feel of a bark of a tree, and it'll never register apart from for me. But with this, the subtle colours of the green that come in. But logistically we need, we have to have 2, 3, maybe 4 made for him just because of the process of what he's involved in, the fight. But I think it's to give the actor as much flexibility as possible, as well as making him look good. This is Robin's cape. This is when he goes into the village, when he needs to disguise. That's when the hood will come on in its entirety, and it sort of envelops him and covers over the rest of the costume, which most of the outlaws have. They all have their own capes, including Little John's that weighs a ton.
Where is he? Where's everyone?
So Tuck has his spiritual robes and his wooden crucifix, and when he's in that frame of mind, he has that, but he also has his more sort of traveller warrior look and the more exotic look. And I think what we've got now in the storyline is that he has a blend of the two. So this is a man that can fight to save anybody, but also will only do it if he's absolutely necessary.
It's a guy, isn't it?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Man of God, travelling north, finding shelter where I can. I congratulate you on your victory. You struck a great blow in the war against lawlessness. It must give you joy.
I came here to help you. No one can help me. Take him.
It's quite interesting, and I've tried to get all those elements that you're not quite sure what this is, or something appears from somewhere. So he's a mysterious character, but I think he's a very very spiritual man.
Come on! Didn't come all this way for you to die on me before we even started.
Whatever it is in this room is good. No one leave. You find the body. Move!
Isabella, new character that came in from this initial drawing, kept her very light and very golden. She was very feminine, very pretty. You didn't know who this character was. You didn't realise that she was Gisborne's sister. You didn't realise that she had been, the journey that she'd gone on already. Through the colour palette, that as she gets more and more angry, as she goes over to the dark side, we've done that with her costume until she finally, you see the last costume here, which is her sheriff's costume, and it's much more sinister and dark, and she's got big black boots, and she's a woman that's got to fight her own battles. She's not going to take any prisoners, so she's armoured, but in the same token she's got to use her femininity as well. So I didn't want to make her too masculine, but in the same token, she needs to be quite feisty.
If I disappoint the prince, I hang like every other noble who's ever failed him. But Maya, I need those men.
Tricky. Hood's protecting them in the forest.
And it's Hood I need to destroy. I need to get to his weakness.
One of the first things that's new about Series 3 is obviously the look of all the characters. We've had a new designer in. I think this has been based on an American footballer. I can't actually get through any of the doors on set. I have to come through each door like this. Yeah, we sort of decided that on their way back from the Holy Land, I got a bit hot in the leather and sort of threw it overboard and went to Milan and got tailored.
Okay, so this is Gisborne's costume, and from the initial drawing that I did and showed Richard, this is the final interpretation. We actually did lose a layer because I think it was just unnecessary. It was too, he needed to just be more of an action figure.
Come to pay our respects, hope you don't mind.
What did I tell you about that, Mike?
Take him away.
This is the interpretation. That's the final result. And you can see on this one, it was actually more of a sort of gold. So we've added or taken or subtracted layers. All this bit sort of comes off depending on how armoured he wants to be or how vulnerable he wants to be.
Gisborne! He's gone.
Right, come on! Put some energy into it!
Shields higher! And now! Moving closer together!
And I think at the moment now he's joined the Outlaws. He's lost all of this, and he's just in his shirt sleeves, but with a cuff. But he keeps this bit. So there's an element to it, but he's not so hardened. And that's the joy of, this costume. You can change it. You can add and subtract bits to it. So it's essentially a look, but it depends how much we want to, how much we want to put on him.